All right, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, I just want to do a quick little trade recap. I was meaning to like 2 weeks ago, and then last week, and then this week, I just want to. So recently, I just ended up withdrawing a 25K payout from a live account. No prop firms, no BS, anything like that. $25,000 straight to the bank. So I want to show you guys the trades I took, kind of what I look for, the setups, everything like that, so you guys can get a feel for it as well. And then if you guys want to learn more, you guys can watch my other YouTube, do whatever. So without further ado, let me go ahead and shrink myself and get right into this process. So, okay, I think that looks good. Let me throw open my Thinkorswim. Okay, cool. So basically, if you guys aren't super familiar with what I do something called swing trading. So you guys are probably familiar with day trading, investing, whatever it is. So swing trading is kind of the hybrid in between both. There's pros and cons to investing, pros and cons to day trading, and swing trading kind of just takes the best of both worlds. And in my opinion, is the most optimal way to trade. I don't know why people waste their time day trading. If you just want to invest your money, you're way better off just swing trading and, you know, making your money work a lot faster for you and being way more aggressive while still being safe. So if you guys want to swing trade, this video is for you. So let's go over the few trades I took. So I'm already on the first trade I took that made me the most money over the past 2 weeks, basically. So Tesla, TSLL is a leveraged ETF I use to take advantage of shares. A lot of the times when you guys buy stocks, you're thinking, okay, well, I need a lot of money to, you know, be able to afford shares. And yes, you're right, but there is ways around it, such as instead of, you know, spending $25,000 on, you know, or let's just see how much 100 shares of Tesla would cost. Okay, 100 shares, whoops. 100 shares of Tesla would be, yeah, $44,000. So we're not going to do that. We are going to buy TSLL. It's a leveraged ETF. You don't want to invest in TSLL, but you want to swing trade it because it is leveraged. There still are risks that come with it. So for instead of, you know, paying $45,000 for 100 shares, you can pay $2,000 for 100 shares and get a lot better bang for your buck and still make a ton of money. So this is what I've been using. This is the setup I was looking for. So over the past few months, Tesla has been forming this very, very massive, you can call it a wedge, you can call it a flag, pennant, whatever you want. Essentially what it is we can see expansion. We can see the stock makes a big move and then it starts to pull back. It pulls back only to a specific key level though. It doesn't pull back and then go lower. It pulls back and stops. It stops, it bounces, and then creates something called a higher low. This is a high, higher low, and then kind of just sideways here. But we can see higher lows, and then at the same time, we see the opposite thing happen at the bottom here. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher low, higher low, higher low. My mistake. We're seeing higher lows at the bottom here and lower highs here. And in doing that, we can see after expansion, it starts to coil up. We can see it starts to coil, it starts to get tighter and tighter, and it comes to this little pinch point right here. See, this is on the daily time frame. If we go to the weekly, we can see this a little bit better. See how it made a big move and then pulled back and then got tighter, 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 and then came to this pinch point right here. And then boom, volume exploded, stock broke out. This was also accompanied by a catalyst. Catalyst is a piece of news or data that affects the stock. So we can see Tesla right here broke out on this day right here. It broke out on 9/11. It broke out this day, took out the previous day's high right here. And then to do that, you would basically just buy once it takes out the high of the previous day or breaks out of the range. If you guys want to get more specific entries, there's something called 5-minute opening range highs. If you want to learn how to do that, go to my YouTube course. It's like 45 minutes. I go into depth there. But it takes out the previous day's high, breaks out of the range, and then we just set our stop loss at low of day. We manage risk by only risking 1% of our account. Quick example would be if you have a $10,000 account, you just multiply 0.01 times 10K. That gives you $100. You can only risk $100 of your account per trade. And then to see how many shares you should buy is you're going to take your entry price, which is the break above here. Let's say your entry price was $14. Stop loss goes at low of day, $13.20. That's an 80-cent stop loss. So the difference is 80 cents. You do $100, which is your max risk, divided by 0.8. And then whatever many shares it gives you, that's how many you buy. So even if you get stopped out, you only lose $100. Regardless of how much money you put into the trade, equity, doesn't matter. Just buy as many shares as it tells you, and then you will only risk 1% if you get stopped out. So that's what you're going to do. And that's exactly what I did here. I ended up buying on this day. I traded this a little bit in between. I did catch some of the ranges. I had a better fill from down here because I've just been, you know, averaging in. But essentially, this was the massive breakout. And I made over $10,000 on this trade. I also made another $10,000 on Tesla back here. Different story. But easy $10,000 trade. Very, very, very happy with this. And at the same time, we see market conditions have been extremely good. Like rates got cut, market's just been absolutely ripping, surfing above the 10 and 20 SMA, lined up. We're starting to finally see a little bit of, drawback as we retest the 10 SMA today, but it's holding up very nicely. So we'll see how tomorrow is. It's midweek. This week has been pretty dry, but nonetheless, it has been very, very good. I have pretty much no complaints. Let's see. I'm in Tesla right now. Okay, awesome. I'm up $300 today. That's cool. That's literally nothing, but that's okay. I entered the position today. I expect this thing to move higher. Again, same kind of concept. Whoops. Same concept. Let's go to TSL actually. Same concept, but on a smaller time frame. We had a 4-hour setup here. Now it's kind of just, making this range. But essentially, this is what I was looking at. We had the higher lows, built this right here, 4-hour, broke out, entered right here, stop loss went at low of day. Now we're riding it, and now we're making a lot of money. Some of the other trades I took were INTC. This was another one. Let's go to the daily here. We can see Intel had this big move right here, pulled back, went sideways for about, 2-3 weeks, entered on this day. So this is the day I entered. It was 9:15, entered, broke out, and then pretty much faded. So I was actually in drawdown this day. And then the next day, a little bit of green, cool, and then just whatever. Next day, drawdown again, pretty much just sideways, kind of annoying, but I stuck to my rules. We can see 1, 2, 3 days go by, pretty much just flat on this trade. And then I wake up to $3,000 because this thing gapped up on some sort of catalyst. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But it was a crazy catalyst, something super, super big. So I woke up to this amount of money. I trimmed like 70% of my position pretty much at open, and then kind of just cut the rest later in the day. But again, same exact concept, big move, expansion, coils up, tightens, volatility contracts, big volume on the breakout, expands. Easy money. I'm telling you, this stuff is not hard to learn. All you need to do is, look for what stocks to find. If you guys want to know, you guys can join the Discord. You guys can DM me on IG. I can show you guys how. I have YouTube videos showing you guys how. You guys can so easily do this yourself, bro. It mind blows me that people will spend literally 3 years trying to day trade and they still suck. They still can't make money. And then they give their money to prop firms. And yeah, that's a whole other story. But nonetheless, those are some of my 2 biggest trades I've taken in the past 2 weeks. I'll show you guys some of my losers. This was one of my most recent losers. This was Serve. So basically, I took this 4 days ago. But basically, Serve had this kind of base that was built here for a while. And then ended up breaking out this day. So I broke out this day. I took 5-minute opening range highs. Again, you guys can go into detail of what that is in my other videos. And then whatever, made a big move. I was up, I don't know, like 1-2K at the peak, and then faded. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Swing 1, 2. And then I actually got stopped out on the, what was it? On the 3rd day. I got stopped out literally by like 6 cents. Kind of annoying, but that's literally what happens. You have to follow your rules. And yeah, I still only lost 1%. So it literally does not matter. 1% is so minuscule compared to the gains you can make. And that's it. Other than that, I can't think of anything else I took off the top of my head. But regardless, that's basically it. So it's a very simple process. The amount of money you can make with swing trading is just so insane, because with day trading, you're focusing on using leverage to capitalize on small moves. So you're using high leverage to capitalize small moves. So essentially, you're squeezing your nuts, hoping it goes in your direction. If not, boom, you're cooked. Like, it's high energy, high paced, stressful. And yeah, like, it's just not optimal, bro. I don't want to sit at my computer all day squeezing my nuts. That's not fun. I want to basically look for stuff over the weekend, which is swing trading. You look over the weekend, look for, setup, something that's good. You build your watch list. That's cool. Okay, you wake up Monday morning, market open. You have your alerts, your price target set. Okay, if something gets alerted, dive into it. Make sure volume looks good. Make sure, if there's a catalyst, it aligns up. It's positive. Take your trade, set your stop loss. And that's it, bro. Like, you don't have to do anything. You can just hop off screens at that point. You wake up the next morning, you're either up a lot of money, you're either flat, or you're down money, or you're stopped out. Either way, if you get stopped out, it's 1%. It's literally nothing. And yeah, swing trading is genuinely that good. It is that optimal. I'm not sugarcoating it. In my opinion, I think it's the best form of trading. So if you have been struggling with day trading, or you're just an investor and you want to start swing trading, you want to actually start putting your money more to work without, being a complete degen and risking so much or so much time trying to day trade, yeah, continue watching my YouTube videos. You guys look at my old ones. I have like courses posted. If you guys want to join the Discord, I do mentorships. They have the Discord, the community, literally everything you need, A through Z. You guys can go to my YouTube, look at the testimonials as well. Just had Anthony make like 15K, which is insane. I had another student who made like another 15K almost in 3 months. And now he's an analyst. But enough said, you guys can go check those out. If you guys want to do this, DM me on IG. Click the link in the description, I think, if you want. But yeah, it's currently Wednesday. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Market actually closes in another 5 minutes. Let's see. Cool, I'm up $281. I'm not going to touch this. I will swing this. And then if you guys follow my Instagram, you guys will be updated. So follow my Instagram. If you want to join the mentorship Discord, click the link in the description. If you don't, I don't care. But yeah, hope this video helped you guys out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.